Welcome to a secret Ansem episode, where I basically just go through all the Ansem notes that we've received and just talk them in an epic voice, or just read them through as I expect Ansem to read them through in the next game, even though I know how he speaks. Never mind. Much of my life has been dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge. That pursuit has guarded this world well. Not a soul doubts that. I am blessed with my people's smiles and respect. But though I am called sage, there are still things that I do not understand. I believe darkness sleeps in every heart, no matter how pure. Given the chance, the smallest drop can spread and swallow the heart. I have witnessed it many times. Darkness. The darkness of the heart. How is it born? How does it come to affect us so? As the rule of this world, I must find answers. I must find them before this world is lost to those taken by the darkness. It is my duty to expose what the darkness really is. I shall conduct the following experiments. Extract the darkness from a person's heart. Cultivate darkness in a person's heart. Okay, this is the next part of it. It is my duty to expose what the darkness really is. I shall conduct the following experiments. Extract the darkness from a person's heart. Cultivate darkness in a pure heart. Both suppress and amplify the darkness within. The experiments caused the test subjects' hearts to collapse, including those of the most stalwart. How fragile our hearts are. My treatments produce no signs of recovery. I confide in those who completely lost their hearts beneath the castle. Some time later, I went below and was greeted by the strangest sight. Creatures that seemed born of darkness. What are they? Are they truly sentient beings? Could they be the shadows of those who had lost their hearts in my experiments? Sometime later I went... well, no, yes. The shadows that crawled beneath the castle, are they the people who lost their hearts or incarnations of darkness? Or something entirely beyond imagination? All my knowledge has provided no answer. One thing I am sure of is that they are entirely devoid of emotion. Perhaps further study will unlock the mysteries of the heart. Fortunate, there is no shortage of test samples. They are multiplying underground, even as I write this report. They still need a name. Those who lack hearts. I will call them the Heartless. The Heartless appear in groups, and are rapidly multiplying. I provide them with both living and non-living samples. They responded only to the living. They seem to multiply after absorbing something from the living creatures. Their prey vanishes without a trace. I believe the Heartless are taking hearts. They are born from those who have lost their hearts, and thrive on the hearts seized from others. The hearts taken by the Heartless become heartless themselves. Though I lack proof, I am confident in this hypothesis. I must also study their behavioural principles. Though they lack emotions, they do seem to have some intelligence. How to communicate with them? It's just occurred to me. Could they be the darkness in people's hearts? To study Heartless behaviour, I picked out one for observation. Wiggles in its antennae, as if sensing a target, head deep in the castle. In the deepest part of the castle, its antennae began vibrating as if searching for something. Suddenly, a strange door appeared. I'd never known its existence. It had a large keyhole, but didn't seem to be locked, so I opened the door. What I saw on the other side mystified me. What was that powerful mass of energy? That night I observed a great meteor shower in the sky. Could it be related to the door that I have opened? A massive core of energy lay beyond that door sought by the Heartless. It may well be the ultimate goal of all Heartless. But what is that energy? I have devised a hypothesis. Based upon my observations of the Heartless feed on others' hearts, yet they yearn for the energy core. That thing beyond the door must be a heart, too, the heart of this world. There is no proof, but having felt that immense energy, I am certain that this was the heart of that world. I am now studying material from the meteors rained down the fateful night. What a find! The materials are foreign to our world. It is elastic to touch, and when two pieces are combined, they bond easily. None of the records I've scoured mention such a substance. Was it introduced to this world when I opened the door? I wonder how many other materials drift through the atmosphere of this tiny world. I wish I could soar out and find out. Could there be uncharted worlds out there? My curiosity never ceases to grow, but I should stop speaking of such unrealistic dreams. For now there are no way to venture to the outside world. My pupil and I are all but prisoners of this tiny place. There is no doubt The Heartless are deeply connected to people's hearts. Further study may unravel both their motivations and mysteries shrouding the heart. As I start, I have built a device that artificially creates Heartless. There's a little footnote here. That is the device which you see when you go to when you go to the next world. And basically, that you see it and you think, I was like, what the heck the first time I saw it, but now I won't be able to, But anyway, anything which has the emblem on he's created. Ansem the Wise doesn't seem very wise here, does he? He's referred to as Ansem the Wise. I'm not so sure about that anymore. By recreating the conditions that spawn Heartless naturally, I should be able to reproduce them artificially. This device is a culmination of my research thus far. The machine's test round successfully created a Heartless. This may be a step towards creating a heart from nothing. The artificially and naturally created Heartless showed nearly identical traits, but the two types remain distinct from the purposes of experiment, so I'll mark the ones that are created artificially. There you go. But why? Never mind. Simply astonishing! Today I had a guest from another world. He's a king, and his vessel is built of material that composed the meteors. He called the pieces gummy blocks. I am assured that my opening the door has opened a path to interworld travel. We talked for countless hours, but one story in particular caught my interest, that of a key called the Keyblade. The Keyblade is said to hold phenomenal power. One legend says the wielder saved the world, while another says he wrought chaos and ruin upon it. I must know what this Keyblade is. A key opens doors. It must be connected to the door that I've opened. Just as people have had hearts, so do worlds. The same can be said of the stars in the night sky, and deep within each world lies a door to its heart. The Heartless desire those hearts, born out of people's darkness in hearts. They seek to return to a greater heart. Yes, that it is. The Heartless have come from people's hearts, as does darkness. Is the core of the world's heart is the core of the world's heart the world of heart? Is the core of the world's heart the world of the Heartless? I will pursue the answer there, and become all-knowing. My path is set. I shall seek out the wielder of the Keyblade and the princesses. My body is too frail for such a journey, but I must do this. I will cast it off and plunge into the depths of darkness. I'm afraid that is the end of this episode of Kingdom Hearts. For those of you still wondering what that means, it does mean Ansem the Wise is now Heartless. I'm afraid we'll see in the next part, as we travel to defeat him, making sure he has no further reigns on this world, as he has sent it further enough into the realms of darkness. And on a footnote, after that epicness, after watching Torchwood, the days of Children of the Earth, it just seems all the more epicness. Because while a major struggle is going on round about this town of London, just about over there, where the Scottish flag reigns high where it shouldn't be, it just feels like we are really on the cusp of the end of the world. The end of this world, only this world to be wiped out, but the most importantly, the end of every other world from the Heartless. We have sealed many. Well, I guess I'll see you in the next part of Kingdom Hearts, where we will restore the worlds, where we will defeat Ansem, and where we will see if we have enough power to seal the door. See you in the next time.